American poet and philosopher Henry David Thoreau says this: "It's not what you look for that matters, it's what you see." Today's gospel story invites us to see more deeply and to ask ourselves what the divine, the Holy One, may be revealing to us. Let's take a few minutes to consider what helps us to see, and then look at some ordinary life experiences through this lens of deeper seeing. There are two qualities that I think are essential to seeing beneath the surface. First is breathing space, a contemplative time to slow down, breathe, and reflect on what may be in front of us or within us. Breathing space could be sitting without the distraction of our media devices, a meditative swim, a contemplative walk, a yoga or Tai Chi session. When our Mary Magdalene group goes hiking, we take an extended pause moment to slow down and allow nature to speak to us at a deeper level. This reflective Lenten season reminds us to create breathing space in every season of our lives so that we can see more deeply. The second quality is an open heart that is willing to listen to the Spirit, even when the Spirit takes us somewhere we never thought we'd be. An open heart allows us to see as God sees, as we find the layers of love waiting to be. Breathing space and an open heart offer us windows into the depth of divine love. To my eyes, simplicity is beautiful. So we'll begin with a couple simple examples close to home that invite us to see more deeply. This week, on one of my neighborhood walks, I was treated to a beautiful walk chalk art display. Over a 20-foot segment, there were curvy lines and straight ones, a picture of a person with a hat, and one with a cute smile. Colors of orange, purple, green, blue, pink, and yellow were splattered all over the concrete. This is what I saw on the surface. Yet, as I stood there enjoying some breathing space, admiring it for a few minutes, I saw more deeply. I noticed creativity bursting forth. I saw a young child playfully and happily drawing it. As I continued to look beneath the surface, I felt something stir within me. A connection with the creative artist, a connection with the divine who inspired it within that child, a connection with love. This child put their light on display, living today's words by Jan Richardson, by inviting all who passed by to see. Another neighborhood example involves Stan's helping hands. Every week we put out our trash. After the truck picks it up, Stan goes around to the surrounding neighbors and brings the empty cans from the street to their garage. One of our neighbors said she couldn't figure out who did that kind deed so quietly until one morning she saw Stan from her window. As she expressed her gratitude to him, she smiled and called him the trash can fairy. As an aside, unlike the tooth fairy, Stan the fairy doesn't put money under the trash cans. On the surface, this is a straight, clean up the road deed. These simple neighborhood experiences of the chalk art artist and trash can fairy invite us to look more deeply and see divine love in every moment of simplicity. Let us each ask ourselves, how am I being invited to see more deeply in the simple experiences of my life? The last example I want to share has a more serious tone. This past week, some of us probably heard about the tragic accidental death of Jason Hughes, a 40-year-old high school teacher in Gainesville, Georgia. 5 students came to play a prank, covering his yard with toilet paper. After Hughes stepped outside to confront the teens, they ran to their cars. He then slipped on the wet ground and fell into the road, where he was accidentally run over by a teen. The driver was charged with by vehicle, and all 5 teens with criminal trespass and littering. These were the surface facts of the tragedy. But what followed was a response that came from an open heart, one that took time to breathe and see deeply. Sometime following the tragedy, Laura Hughes, Jason's wife, also a teacher at the same high school, created some breathing space, and with her open heart, requested the authorities drop the charges against the teens. In her words, "This is a terrible tragedy, and our family is determined to prevent a separate tragedy from occurring, ruining the lives of these students. This would be counter to Jason's lifelong dedication of investing in the lives of these children." Somehow, in the midst of her deep anguish, Laura Hughes was able to see more deeply, to see beyond the loss of her beloved husband and father of her 2 sons, to the pain and tragedy the 5 teens are also experiencing. In opening her heart, she was able to look to their future and connect that with her husband's immense dedication to his students. I believe grace allowed her to see this and was of this remarkable act of mercy. The depth of Laura Hughes's words reflects insight that is surely rooted in Jesus' way of healing and love. Let us reflect. Are there relationships, events, or experiences in my life that are calling me to the deeper seeing of mercy and forgiveness? As we journey into the second half of Lent, I invite each of us each day to create breathing space where our open heart can see more deeply. Where are we called to deeper seeing? In every simple and complex moment. Feel a divine hug. God's radical love for you.